The power of saying no and why I'm selective. In today's episode, I want to give you permission to say one of the most powerful words in business, 2 letters, N-O, no. Because the higher you go in business, the more important your discernment becomes. You know, saying no, it's not a rejection, it's a refinement. And I just want to tell you something that's very truthful today. You're not going to scale by saying yes to everybody, to everyone. You're going to scale by choosing the right people, the right audience, the right person. And if you've ever found yourself committed, burnt out, or stuck in misaligned relationships or clients, it's because probably you've said yes out of obligation and not alignment. And I understand because I've been there too. And this episode today, it's going to be your roadmap to protecting your energy, your brand, and even your bandwidth. So let me take you back. For me, there was a time when I thought, and you probably have thought this too, by being helpful meant saying yes to every opportunity, every introduction, every client. And I'll be honest, it drained me. It exhausted me. It stressed me out. It overwhelmed me because what happens is we attract the wrong people. Or let me speak for myself. I attracted the wrong people because I didn't set the right standards when I was doing this. It wasn't until I started being selective and following my splendid authority in what is in my human design that my business aligned and that I aligned with peace, with power, and with profit. And you may be saying, what in the world does all of that mean? Well, by saying no, it doesn't make you unavailable. It didn't make me unavailable. What it did for me was it made me extremely clear on who I wanted to talk to. It made me very clear. It protects my energy. It preserves my credibility. And it positioned me as high value, as it will for you. Remember, exclusivity increases perceived value. And that's something that I hope that I can instill in you and something that you will not forget. Being exclusive increases your perceived value. So when people know that not everyone gets access to you, they're going to respect your time. They're going to respect your time more than what they did before, and they're going to invest at a higher level. I used to make myself available to everyone all the time, all hours of the day and the evening, which when you do that, you don't have time for the things that are important to you. You don't have time for your own freedom, your family, your children, your grandchildren, the things that you want to do. This weekend, I went out with my husband and his senior staff family. I didn't work. I didn't answer messages. I did what I wanted to do. I was unavailable. I unplugged. It was wonderful. I've been through times where I've sent messages to various influencers or coaches or whomever. And when they didn't respond to me within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, I got frustrated because I'm like, I'm paying these people and they're not respectful of my time when I was not respectful of their time. And we have to understand that they have lives. They've set limits. We need to set limits. I've started setting limits as to when I will respond and not respond. And I'm even setting tighter limits as I am growing my business because I now know that my body has to have rest. And as I'm getting older, it has to have more rest than what it did back when I worked in corporate. I could work longer hours, work during the night, wake up in the night and work an hour and go back to bed, but it's not like that anymore. And so here's how I evaluate now who I say yes to and who I turn away. And so there's three things. First of all, recognition first. I'm a projector. I'm a 3-5 projector in my human design, and I only respond to invitations that come with recognition. If somebody doesn't see my value, that's okay. I don't try to convince them. Before, I might would try to convince somebody of my value, of what I had to offer, but I don't anymore. They don't see it. That's fine. I can totally walk away. Number 2 is instant intuition. My spleen tells me in the first moments when I'm engaging with somebody, whether there's alignment or not. If it feels clear and it feels exciting, it's an immediate yes. If it feels off or there's any heaviness whatsoever in that conversation, it is an immediate no. Whereas before, I might try to work with it. I might try to figure it out. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm having a bad day. But I have learned through my human design that my tuition is on point. And if it feels off or it feels heavy, that this could be a struggle, it will be a struggle. I've learned to say no to those opportunities. There's no negotiation. There's no second guessing anymore. It's a no. It is a no. And then number 3, there's an energy check. Do I feel energized or drained by this opportunity? It kind of goes with the number 2, with my intuition. If I feel energized by it, then I can do it. If I feel drained by the opportunity, no, I don't have to feel that way anymore. I have realized my value and what I have to offer people. And if they don't want it, that's their loss, not mine, theirs. And so just this relationship, or does the relationship support growth or just take from it? And if it takes from it, I don't need it. And so if it supports growth and I can help these people grow and scale and succeed, then I'm all in. And I'm all in 150%. But if not, why waste my time, my energy, and everything about me to give? Will this add to my brand? Or will it compromise it? Does it go with my core values of integrity, trust, relationships, impact, and then family? And if it doesn't, again, then it doesn't fit in my brand. It's going to compromise it. So I don't do obligations. I do alignment. Do we align? And if we align, let's do something. If there's an obligation there, I'm not interested. And so I've turned down offers. I've let people go that I've hired or have hired me. I feel like sometimes it's the other way around, but I have let people go that have exhausted me. I'm like, look, let me find you somebody else that will be better fit for you, because I'm not getting you the results that I had hoped to get you, or maybe they're not doing the work. I'm constantly trying to figure out, how do I get them to get their own results? And if they're paying me and I'm not helping them, I feel like I'm taking from them. And I know other people who say, if they're willing to pay you, then take the money. No, that's out of integrity for me. I can't do that. If I'm not producing, then it's not in alignment. It doesn't fit. And so that's not how I work. And so I've turned these people away and said, let me find you somebody that's a better fit for you. And then I've often found that that doesn't work out either, because maybe they're procrastinating. They're not ready to be coached. So just because the client wanted me to do something outside of my zone of genius or their zone of genius and didn't find value with my strategic insight, doesn't mean I have to stay with them. Let's break the tie, the tie, and move on. Just because it looks good on paper and something feels off, doesn't mean we have to do it. But going into these situations, we can back off. If you engage and then something just is not feeling right, change. So as I've let these things go, I feel less stressed. I feel better. And I feel like maybe I let them feel better because they don't feel like they have to keep paying me or working with me when they're not doing anything. So saying no creates a space for a better yes, because you're both wasting time, in my opinion. So here's your reminder for today. You are not for everybody. You are not for everybody. I am not for everybody. I can help a lot of people, but I am not going to help everybody. And you do not have to prove your worth. You know your worth. You go out and share your worth. But if they don't see it, they do not qualify to work with you. You scale faster when you say no to misaligned opportunities. If you want to support setting boundaries in your business or building an invitation only model that respects your energy and values your time, let's talk about it. Let's jump on a call and let's talk through that. I'll be happy to help you with that. No obligation there. In the next podcast, we're going to be talking about what high ticket clients actually want. And it's not going to be what you think. What do they want? How can you help them? And again, it's not what you think. Until that podcast, I want you to continue to do what aligns for you and what feels best. Don't do obligations, do alignment. Until then, continue to simplify your business, scale your business, and succeed. 2025 is the year of impact, and let's do this together. Okay? All right. I'll see you again next week. I love you guys. Bye.